couldn't even drive my truck.
You know what really grinds my gears? This guy.
So, Mike, what do you want to listen to? You want to listen to FM? Or do you want to listen to FM? Or do you want to listen to FM?
Well, I broke the antenna off, so none of them work. This is such a great idea.
So, Mike, let's talk about your RX7 while we're waiting for, you know, Tim Hortons. So, this summer, you had it out all summer long. How's it been?
Well, it was going good until the brakes started messing up on me. And I ended up not being able to drive it for several months. But as you can see, the brakes are fixed, semi-fixed.
Semi-fixed.
We're here driving around and we're waiting at Tim's.
Side note, I had a couple people asking about your maroon truck there, Mike. What happened to that? Where's the maroon truck?
Well, I sold it. I already have this. It's a money pit, and I don't need a second money pit. So it's gone on to better hands.
It is a Mazda, so it is a money pit.
It's true. That's what the M stands for.
Money, 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 money. We got a little bit of fog on the windshield, Mike. So, what's going on with your heater?
Well, there is no heater. Basically, you have to drive with the windows down in order to defog the windshield. And we can't do that because it's starting to rain. So...
Yeah, but we got a good heater right here.
Well, now it's got a little bag on it. It won't be heating nothing.
It's like a hand warmer.
It's actually a pocket right here. It's pretty warm. Hi, can I get a medium regular coffee and a farmer's wrap sausage?
What do you think, Mike?
I think I want to go home.
No.
I hate this. My arm's all wet. My leg's all wet. The car is fucking wet. This sucks. Hey, it started though.
Hey!
I can't even close or open it now. What the fuck's going on here?
What's going on?
That's great.
What's going on, Mike?
Oh man, I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Are you filming this? Why?
A few moments later.
Train tracks.
My enemy.
Oh, that one's pretty good.
Whoops.
That GoPro fell out. Good old Moncton. Can't believe it.
Classic.
Classic. Alright, so you guys might remember Mike from his little Mazda pickup truck. We did a couple videos on that. What do you got here, Mike?
Well, as we've seen before on the channel, this is my 85 RX7 with the V8 in it. It's been treating me pretty good this summer. I've been driving it around and having a good time.
It's kind of like a little roadster, Mike. Is that kind of what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was really going for kind of just a track, street kind of car there that I can just drive around and enjoy. We do a little autocross course around here that I was trying to do this year, but I never ended up making it.
Just time, eh?
Time and parts, yeah.
So, what is it? It's a Mazda RX-7.
So yeah, this is my 1985 Mazda RX-7 GSL SE, but it no longer is rotary. It's got a V8 in it, 5 liter from a Ford Mustang.
Okay, so you're running a 5 liter and what, a manual transmission?
Yeah, manual T5, 5-speed with the stock RX-7 rear end.
So there she is. For you Chevy guys, that's like running a GM 10 bolt with a 454 torque wise, because you basically doubled your horsepower and doubled your torque with that 302 HO, right?
Basically, yeah. The old rotary 12A didn't really make very much power.
So GVWR for this RX-7 is 2,875 pounds, so 2,875 pounds. So double in your horsepower and double in your torque. This car should be a lot faster than a stock, what is it, a 13A or a 13B normally?
Yeah, it'd be a little faster than a stock 13B for sure. A little heavier as well, but that's all right.
Not by a lot, only by like 200 pounds, eh?
Yeah.
So we got your nice little 5-speed. NRG wheel. Couple nice things. Oh, GoPro, better than mine. That's okay. E-brake, don't got to worry about that. So Mike, do you want to pop the hood for us there so we can see those ponies inside?
Absolutely. So as you can see, 302 carbureted.
Yes,
There
sir.
are all the whim-whams.
So how much work did you have to go through to make sure that this 302 didn't poke through your hood?
Honestly, it was kind of time consuming. I had to buy the lowest possible intake I could find, the tiniest little carburetor top I could find, but it's barely half an inch away from the top of the hood ribs, so.
Okay, so it barely fits, but it does fit.
It does fit. I was worried I was gonna have to cut the hood, but.
Because every other RX-7 I've seen with a 302 in it, might not even be an HO, has a big dirty hole right there, cut right into the hood. Basically, underneath, you've touched almost every single bolt in this car.
Basically, yeah, everything's been redone, taken apart, put back together. Basically all been redone.
Well, it certainly looks the part. So, body-wise, you didn't really have to do any modification, because the wheelbase is relatively the same, all that stuff.
I did have some issues. I bought bigger tires. It was a 185 and now I believe they're 205, so I had some issues with rubbing in the fenders, but I bought some tiny 1/4-inch wheel spacers and they seem to make a bit of a difference. Doesn't rub quite as much anymore, and I have no issues with the back.
And these are the factory, what'd you say, the GSL LE?
rims. These are the factory aluminum mags that come with them. So, very
Now,
nice style. I like to keep it. When I've had the car originally, it had these awful steel rims with winter tires, and like I said, it had a 4x110 bolt pattern, and the only other things that come with that are ATVs, basically. And I wasn't about to run ATV rims with knobby tires on this thing. So I figured I'd switch to a more common bolt pattern. A lot of RX-7 guys will do like an FC front end swab, so they'll have like the Turbo 2 front brakes and all that.
If you were gonna redo this entire thing, what would you have changed and why?
If I were gonna redo this entire car, I would definitely not have thrown out my rear brakes because now I have no rear brakes.
And that's because you swapped the rear end out on this.
Yes, yeah.
So you didn't know that you couldn't buy rear brakes from the factory or from aftermarket manufacturers.
Well,
it's only new old stock basically floating around in use.
see, when I bought the parts car, it had been sitting for 13 years and a lot of the parts were old and seized, and I couldn't get the brake calipers unseized, so I figured, oh, I'm just gonna buy some new ones, and I tossed them. And then lo and behold, you can't seem to get rear calipers for this thing anywhere. I can get front calipers and I can get them for newer gen RX-7s, but specifically for this one, I cannot find calipers anywhere. So if you got calipers.
So if you were gonna upgrade anything on this, down the line, let's say next 5 years, what's your wish list?
Well, definitely I would go with all the safety stuff, you know, bigger brakes. I definitely want to strengthen the frame because it's just a little subframe. It's definitely going to get twisted if I kind of go any power mods or anything, but
Because again, you want to autocross this, right?
Yeah,
Track car, track days, that kind of stuff.
I definitely wanted to handle well, and for what it is, this probably makes 200 odd horsepower. It's double what it made before, so it feels very fast. I don't really need to do any power mods right away.
So just handling mods, maybe some stickier tires,
Yep.
some bigger brakes, and then strengthen that roll cage, 5-point harnesses, that kind of stuff, or keep it more modest, street car, no big bars across the doors, that kind of stuff.
It all depends on what budget allows, really.
All right, so we've talked enough about this car. Maybe we should, hop in it and drive it around. Let's go do that.
Yes, sir.
And here we